I mean, I guess we could play the song and like talk if you wanted to,
Nah,
and then
it's
just wait
cool.
for the song to.
Nah, we good. Let's just get it cracking.
Welcome everybody back to the ITSF podcast. We are here with episode 20. Oh, I did that right the first try. First off, I knew it'd be reversed. Anyway, uh, yeah. So it's been a minute. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely for me, I had to move. Like I had the opportunity to get out of my lease and it not affect my rental history and all of that. And I was like, get an office? Get an office? Oh, for sure. For sure. I took that. Absolutely.
Oh, so now you
However,
have an office in your plot.
so now what I'm working on doing, I gotta get like some little foams and whatnot and put the little foam poof on the wall, and that's gonna help the
Soundproofing.
audio quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Turn
much
to a
doing
home
what people
studio.
would do for I was about to say doing what people would do for a
Thanks.
home recording studio.
So it's
Sure.
in the works. It's in the
Nah, I
works.
need to do the same thing. Yeah, we bouncing around right now. You having to do it in a hotel bathroom. You have to get how we would live. You know what I mean?
I ain't
So
get how you live. Shit, we don't discriminate. We all gotta. Ain't no ashamed of leaving check to check because most have to. Word to J Cole. But
no, I
before
feel
we
that.
do get started, let me smoke on some of my CBD.
Y'all CBD ain't even real CBD. How you got fake weed that ain't even fake weed?
They able to sell it. Well, like I said, it's hemp, but I mean, it don't do much.
That's what I'm saying. Shoot, when I was out there, boy, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Anyway,
Nah, I can't do CBD.
oh, are you gonna finish that? Actually, I mean, honestly, because like colors in here, and I really don't think that if he does chime in, but we'll see.
You
Because
had
I think
all this
about it.
time to eat and you chewing in the mic. Nah, I'll play with you.
So yeah, that's been pretty much my week. I'm not gonna lie, I did have to break off. I broke off some bread this past week. That hurt. that hurt,
I believe it.
bro. But it was definitely worth it.
Breaking off bread only really feel good when you know you about to get something back.
Yeah. So once I know we get settled here, bro, take it off. I'm about to get back into Fruity Loops too. And now that if I soundproof it and get bro, you see the key. Oh, hold on. Let me turn my green screen off. Where my camera at? Um, where's that? Where's that? Video. How do I turn off? I can't turn off while I'm recording. That's stupid. Anyway, I got a keyboard in the back, and I'm gonna try and see if I can hook it up to my computer and record the piano while I play.
That'd be crazy.
And then I gotta get a MIDI board. I learn how to do that. I feel like if I'm not gonna be a DJ, then I can be a producer for sure. I'm already on the computer enough.
Somebody showed me this dope mini board and they said they got it for like $20. It had the scratchers on there, it had the sound effects, it had the like the button options were like warp sound, distort
That's
sound,
crazy.
static, like pretty much all the crazy sounds you'd be hearing in like the intro of a beat or the bass drop of a beat. Bro had a button for all that. It was dope.
Bet that. I bet you they have all that shit loaded with like sound packs and whatnot. 4 minutes and 46 seconds. I gotta go edit that out. Anyway, but yeah,
Yep,
man,
you
how was
already
your week?
forgot about the 10 minutes.
Yeah, I made it almost halfway. That's crazy. Not even halfway, almost halfway.
Yeah.
But now, how you been? What you been up to? Yeah, felt that.
Man, just living life as the best I could, man. I'm really trying to get the business back up and jumping, but the economy's so messed up, and then everybody just want to support whoever giving them free stuff, and I ain't really with that. So I ain't really have many people supporting the product and the brand and stuff after all that. Oh, I want an AKE chain, I want an AKE chain, and all this stuff, but still nothing. Like so. I already canceled out the fashion show. I missed my last show due to the car accident and everything. So it ain't it ain't been the best. Not gonna lie.
But you're still here, damn it. I know
I
that for
hate
sure. We
hearing that
can't say.
shit. Mm.
But you know what that means? No, I'm saying that because we know what we got to work on and what we got to do. Now, granted, we had our expectations pretty high. I'm not gonna cap. I feel like I was thinking back on
I
it
don't
now.
think, bro.
No, no, no,
I
no, 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 no,
honestly
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
so.
no, no. Not necessarily. Now, let me backtrack that. Let me explain myself. So when I say expectations too high, I feel like we had the right idea. However, our execution could have been a little bit more, ironed out. However, that's what
I
they.
don't
But
think
no,
so.
just wait. But see, that's the thing about ideas. They don't always go right the first time, do they? Right?
Hell no, that shit that be pissing me off.
Exactly. So we know what we doing for the next time, right? We know at least we know what we not doing. Facts.
Yeah, I was about to say I wouldn't necessarily say I knew my next move, but I know what I'm not finna try again.
Exact.
But
And
even
we
then, that
and
shit
that's on
be.
learning.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like back and forth because somebody be like, "Oh, it might not work this time, so go try it again," and then sometimes it works. So a lot of times we can't just go off that. Well, let me not try that again. So at this point, it's just like everything a risk. At that point, you guys consider everything a risk.
And I will say that is very true. However, there's a difference between doing something the same exact way time and time again and then something just breaks versus trying the same thing but a different approach, you know. How many what we say the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and then expecting something different. However, we can still expect the same outcome, but we're testing things to get to that outcome. Factual.
Yeah.
So we know that's
That's
not
just
the
like a
avenue we
math.
take.
That's like a. It's like a math problem. Like one sum, like the sum, like when you have additional problems, the answer is called the sum. So a lot of the sum or quote unquote numbers, they have multiple ways to be achieved. Like you know what I'm saying? So you could reach those numbers in multiple ways. So that's kind of the same thing.
So yeah, I think that what we do, and this is what I feel like would I will want us to focus on at least for the next 3 months because I feel like we were doing good when we have like 3 months planned out. That's where we had our expectations set too high. That little 3 month period we had planned out was going to carry us the rest of the year. We got to start planning bigger. We got to start planning throughout
Well,
the
I can't
entire
say
year,
that that was
throughout the
just
month.
a 3 month plan for that. Like I'm talking about in general. Like my plan is net. My man, I got a 5 year plan. Like you know what I'm saying. Even
So
like
we
I
got
even
so
planned for the like I even plan for everything to not work out in my favor. Only thing is the plans that's having to be put in place is the stuff that I have to think about when something don't work in my favor. It's never the plans that I thought about it and it happens the first time and all that other stuff. And like I'm not saying I need it to happen every time, but at least one good time where it's like undoubtedly the one idea that's gonna work. It would be nice to have that. But I'm finna be 30 in 2 months and I still haven't had that in life. So you know what I
okay.
mean? So then on top of that, like with the clothing brand and everything like that, like everybody like, when I started showing my face, everybody was like, "Oh man, you was the first one to start this. You was whoop whoop blah say blah. Where'd you go and all this other stuff?" And I'm like y'all showing the initial reason why I even stopped messing with a lot of people. You know what I mean? Y'all only want Y'all only want to mess with somebody who in the limelight. Y'all don't mess with upcoming artists. Y'all don't mess with upcoming business owners. Y'all don't mess with any type of entrepreneurship that somebody's starting out by themselves. They always want to get attached to something that always got it, that already has attention. That's our biggest problem. So before I can even get that with that or my music, I have to find a way to get more attention by doing something else, and that's just something else I gotta worry about being on my plate. You know what I mean? So I'm just like it's irritating.
Do you know who Alex Hermunzi is?
Nope.
I'm about to send you this man's video, or really his channel. And I promise you, bro, a lot of the stuff that we be talking about, we be so close, bro. You don't know how close you be. When you trying stuff over and over again, you don't know how close you be with trying different stuff. I feel like watching a lot of his videos, the way that he breaks stuff down is he tries to basically, I mean, not like, how did he put it? Basically, put it into a third grade reading level. Not necessarily because, oh, some people can't understand it. No, you want it to be so simple, so dumbed down to where a third grader can understand
Yeah,
it.
you had to. It had to be watered it down because you couldn't drink some thick fluids or some shit. I don't know.
Right. So I feel like what we got to do, we got to start put more simple stuff in plan so that way we have more measurable steps. You know, and I feel like
But
that's the
see,
same
that's the
thing with.
thing though. Like, so I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
I was about to say, and honestly, a lot of that is gonna come without the people that's asking for handouts, and we just got to start planning without them. I mean, we tried
Yeah, but
planning
like
with them, and that didn't work.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's the part that's irritating me is because like for one, I feel like if I gotta dumb it down for you for anything that we created together, that means we not on one accord. We not on the same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? So for one, if I gotta dumb down anything with somebody that helped me create this thing, I'm gonna start feeling like doing that with that person is pointless because if you try to get them out of something that they created, a problem starts. If you try to take over and be like, all right, I feel like this gonna work more than just because they constantly have to get shit dumbed down, that's gonna be a problem. If you be like, all right, I'm gonna just work alone, that's gonna be a problem. So I feel like if you gotta dumb anything down for anybody around you, you're around the wrong crowd. And I constantly have to do that no matter where I move myself, no matter where I place myself. I'm talking about I've been around drug dealers, I done been around killers, I done been around business owners, I done been around hard working men that only know 9 to 5, that don't even want to own their own business or anything. It was cool working 9 to 5. I know people that don't even want to work. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even say it don't have nothing to do with the background, what you doing, how you do it. Is literally about who willing to fuck with you. And the only time you don't really gotta dumb something down for somebody is if they actually interested in what you're doing. Why? Because they gonna find that interest. They gonna have something that draws them in. They're not gonna have to ask you. You're not gonna have to dumb it down because they're gonna do their own research, so they have something to talk to you about. That's
Or
how
they
you
just
can.
gonna ask you directly.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only way you can tell when somebody's genuinely into what you're doing. Because if you feel like you gotta water it down or dumb it down, they're not even paying attention enough to what you're saying to actually receive what you're saying.
Now, I will say there's a fine line between you know watering down and also for comprehension, right? Because I'll even admit, even with my job, even at certain high level, there's some times where you not necessarily have to water it down, but same way saying before, like maybe they just needed to be broken down a different way, you know. But even still, going back to like people actually showing interest again, I feel like the more that we lean out of the people that we see around us and more of like the people that we actually want to connect with, I feel like those are gonna be when we actually find those people. So up until people genuinely start showing interest or showing that effort, we just pass them to the side.
Hmm. And
We
that's what
we
I was
can
gonna
talk
say.
this, that, and third. Get them out.
But see, my main thing, the main difference I see between comprehension and so I say comprehension and engagement because I put to you like this: if somebody not really engaging in a conversation, they're not gonna They're not going to want to ask the right questions. They're not going to, like, say, for instance, if you like the example we just used, they want it watered down. So if somebody feels like that it's either too much for them, like to say, for instance, like a cup of water, it's either too much for them to drink, they not thirsty, or they never wanted water in the first place, or they want something else to drink. Do you see what I'm saying? So when it comes down to comprehension and engagement, a person that's thirsty, they gonna ask you, hey, where you like they gonna want more. They ain't gonna just want that cup of water. They gonna be like, hey bro, where can I go fill my cup again? Hey bro, where'd you get that water from? Dang bro, this water tastes better than the other one. I wonder what you doing right to make your water. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can comprehend something, but that's also part of being dumbed down, simplified, watered down, all that, versus engaging and getting to where you know you actually comprehend stuff. So yeah, there's a big difference in comprehension and engagement, because anytime somebody engage, they doing more than trying to comprehend. They trying to get how that shit work.
But I feel like that's the definition of comprehension, though. Is like how deeply do you understand it?
Not necessarily, because think about it. I'll put it to you like this.
What you hold
Think
on,
about
nigga? What?
no,
Hold
look,
on.
look,
Webster
look, no.
Dictionary comprehension. I'm doing
No, but
research
that's what I'm
over
saying.
research.
You gotta think. No, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying like from a person perspective versus a book perspective. So that's the definition of comprehension. Yes, but if you go if you go ask somebody what comprehension is to them, you think they're gonna give you a textbook dictionary? I mean, a definition. You gotta get them. You gotta get them to comprehend.
It's gonna be the same. You wanna know? You wanna know what it says?
What is that?
Oh wait, hold on. It said comprehensive, not comprehension.
That too. Look at you, already messing up.
Anyway, comprehension is the cognitive ability to process, interpret, or mentally grasp the meaning of information. The meaning, not the assume, not the meaning. Whether applied to listening, spoken language, or reading, it involves integrating new facts with existing knowledge to form a complete
that right there.
understanding.
So that right, but listen to what you just said though. Additional knowledge. So if they quote unquote comprehend something that we quote unquote got to break down to them, what exactly do they know?
Existing knowledge. It's still you gotta use what you already know to figure out what you don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. So if they ain't got no prior knowledge on it, how are they comprehending anything? Do you see my point? that's where the engagement comes in. So if you don't have prior knowledge on something, how can you say, "Oh yeah, I know about that, but I ain't never done that ever in my life"?
I mean, you can know of something.
Not even like you said, but just knowing of it don't mean you know the meaning of it. You just said that.
That's facts. Yeah, you got me.
You see what I'm saying? You hear me?
But I still feel like, again, there's a level. I mean, again, there's levels to comprehension, but
almost definitely, it's definitely based on the person for sure.
But there's also levels of engagement, and I do agree that with high levels of engagement will come the higher levels of comprehension. But again,
do you see what I'm saying?
Start finding these niggas, bro. If they not engaged, say fuck them. Literally.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. I've been saying fuck them to too many, because I'm talking about the moment I feel like you're not interested, I'm dead. Like I don't even want the, like, I put it to you like this. I would rather take somebody telling me they dislike something than I do than telling me it's not interesting enough for them. Do you see what I'm saying? Because for you to not like something that I do, you're clearly watching me. But if you're not interested, you could give a fuck.
Very true. I'll give you that.
Do you see what I'm saying? So I would rather somebody not like something I'm doing versus not even give a damn in the first place. No matter if I stumble, trip, fall, jump in the air, whatnot, that's not interested. Like, you know what I'm saying? But say for instance, if you trip and fall, somebody laugh at you, aha, cool, nigga, I got you to laugh. You interested in what just happened with me. You paying attention to me now. So good or bad, there is a way for people to find interest in you. But at the end of the day, that's if they want to. We ain't got no type of control over that. No matter what we do, that's on that person. That's the part that I hate.
I will say it comes to, now, granted, you know how they say any publicity is good publicity? Nah. There's ways you definitely there's definitely ways you can make niggas notice you, but it ain't
like these dudes touching on kids and stuff. Yeah, that is never good publicity. What do you mean?
Oh, whoa. And that's why I said
you know what I'm saying? That's facts.
Because, bruh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. That's exactly why I'm saying, like, that's exactly what I'm talking about, the comprehension and engagement thing. Because I put it to you like this: Trump. All these people, some people dislike Trump, some people like Trump, but what did you say? A lot of the people who voted for Trump aren't even getting what they thought they would get. So they had the wrong comprehension. Boom. That's my example. Hold on. You cut out. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Unfortunately, whether it was the truth or not, he
They
broke
went
it
for
down
it because they were interested. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you get, I'll put it to you like this: you can tell somebody a bold faced lie, but if you get them interested, you got them hooked.
break that shit down. Let me show you how this thing works. Nah,
Do
nah,
you
got
see what
it.
that means? Straight talking straight bullshit. But if your bullshit makes sense, nobody's going to question it. That's how comprehensive works for people these days. You can straight bullshit, but as long as it makes sense to a stupid motherfucker, oh no, he right. Yeah, I swear to God, he right. I swear to God. Like that's what I said. The comprehension is definitely on the person that's trying to either receive, neglect the information that they get, or they just want something to talk about. I'm telling you, if you want to comprehend something, you're going to engage. There's no other way around it, because you know there's not one soul in this world that knows everything that's going on. There's not one soul in this world that know everything in general. You see what I'm saying? So no matter what, I don't give a fuck who got how much money. I don't give a fuck who this smart. At the end of the day, the world is still changing every day. So no matter what you do, you're gonna have to engage in order to grow. You're gonna have to engage in order to comprehend. Or motherfuckers gonna be running up on you, robbing you because you don't know the area. You didn't take time to comprehend that you ain't in the area that you ain't supposed to be in, my nigga. Like, you
Nah,
feel me?
nah. I feel like that's just
Like
survival
situation
instinct. You
awareness.
ain't even got a nigga. What even dumbass
But that's what I'm
animals know
saying.
when to get the fuck out of Dodge.
But
We
that's
yeah,
what
we
I'm saying
definitely
though.
passed. We
It's
definitely passed
like,
10 minutes. I can curse now. Yeah, no, that's not even. I don't even know how to describe that.
but think about it. Situation awareness. Think about it. Situation awareness. Most of the time, people are so equipped with their situation awareness because they went through something before and they comprehended they don't want to do this again. Look at how
nigga,
many
that's
people
trauma.
stumble
What you
over the
mean?
same. My point
That's a
exactly. They
that is a
like look at how
cognitive
many.
reflex. The brain said, "Fuck that."
But no, but see, look at how many people have trauma and run back to that trauma intentionally. At that, do you see what I'm
Nah,
saying?
some people don't be. Some people do, and some
Nah,
people don't.
bruh.
I feel like
But
some
it's a
people be doing
study.
it
Look it up. Between 60.
subliminally, and then they be trying to play it off like they don't, but they be knowing
No,
they don't
that's what I'm
do it.
saying. That's what I'm
They
saying.
be
They definitely do be knowing. But like you said, it's a trauma response. And a lot of people don't understand. Like, say, for instance, women who run to dudes who they know gonna whoop their ass. Coming from an abusive family and all this other stuff. And then
it's
this
crazy.
is the crazy part. This is the crazy part. They go talk to somebody about it. That person tells them, hey, you deserve better, whoop de whoop, blah, blah, blah. That person not good for you. But the only thing they can comprehend is the reason why they don't want to leave.
This is gonna
Think
sound
about that.
this is gonna sound so fucked up when I say it.
With that.
Why is it that abusers always got somebody to beat on?
Because, like I said, literally, like I said, if you can tell a good lie and get somebody hooked, you can get them to get engaged. It's it.
I'm like, bro. When you say it like that, I'm like,
Yes, bruh. Yeah, it gets you thinking. Yes, bruh. So think about it.
damn.
All these politicians and stuff like that, even if they lie to your face, even if they don't do what they said they was gonna do, at the end of the day, who fell for it?
I
That's
was
what
tricked.
that's what people
It's
need
so
to look
fucked up
at. That
manipulation.
Do you see what I'm saying? So before they go talk about somebody like, oh, he a piece of shit. He told me this. Whoop de woo da 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 da. I did this. I'm like, okay, but why did you do all that? Whose choice was it to believe in that person? Hell, even the stuff I've been through, you don't see me saying, "Oh, this motherfucker." This, like no,
This nigga
I
here.
100% blame myself because I'll be like, I knew better, but I chose to still engage in that shit. I chose to not cut that shit off. So at the end of the day, no matter what, nobody go through even shit that I don't even got control of that happens to me. I even thinking about like nigga, if I could have took a left turn, I would have missed that pothole instead of going straight. Like the simplest things, I think about the simplest things. I think about what I could have did different. So if you're not moving like that, you cannot sit up here and say you're trying to comprehend things. Because I put it to you like this: you go down a one way, they got a fat ass pothole where you can turn two other ways. Are you gonna keep going down that way with the pothole, or are you
Let
gonna
me
turn
tell
the two
you.
other ways that lead to the same place?
Let me tell you one thing. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck works. No, I know. I know. I
Bloom,
know that.
bloom, bloom.
you, like you said, everything a risk. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There was definitely one time. Oh, bro. So I was door dashing. I think it was what? I think it was yesterday or the day before, bro. So there's this long stretch of road behind one of these neighborhoods back here. I went down it
Yeah.
twice. Now that first time, I was like, I was driving. I'm like, I was flying through that thing. Yeah, I seen the pothole, swerved it. Second time,
Right through that motherfucker. Boom, boom.
bro, because I had somebody behind me that second time, and they was speeding too, bro. I looked at my rearview mirror, looked back down. I was like, ah.
They probably looking at you like, damn.
Bro, I'm telling you, that shit had me weak. I was like, I know I did not just do that. I definitely slowed like the fuck down.
That
I definitely
was something that
comprehended
took
in
the
that
speed.
situation. I was going too fast.
But anyway, to end the little comprehensive talk. But yeah, long story short, I don't know one person that can comprehend something without engaging it. It's
That's
that
true.
simple. You see what I'm saying? You
I'm not
people
gonna lie.
go,
I had to fuck with you. I had to play devil's advocate to get you talking.
hey, but I had a point for everything. Tell me not though.
You sly dog. You caught me monologue.
hmm But that's what I'm saying. That's why people hate getting into it with me because, like you said, I'm a water it down for you, and then I'm gonna add some thickening to it because at the end of the day, you
we
gonna drink
like
this
we like
bitch.
we like making lemonade over here, but unfortunately,
Facts.
sometimes we be putting just a little bit too much sugar.
hmm But
Some
yeah,
people
like
like
I
it. Some
said,
people like it real thick.
and that's what I said. It's stuff like that is that gets people to engage because if you have an opinion about something, you feel like you
Yeah.
yes, you feel
What?
like you
If you
comprehend that more than somebody else. So then they gonna go back and forth. Boom, you got them engaged.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's as much as I'm gonna keep saying as much as we hate to admit it, bro. What Hitler was one of the greatest opinionated talkers that probably ever gonna be here, bro.
Bro got multiple countries to follow what he said like it was the
How?
Bible.
How? How?
Bro almost obliterated a part of his own race. Just think about that. Cause think about that. There was even people
I'm about to say it's
that
the same. It's really the same shit Trump does, bro. It's like when you got somebody to blame, and you can. It don't even gotta make sense. Like, that nigga there.
hmm And
Y'all should have
that's
seen what
all
that
they
nigga
want.
did yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of days, that's all somebody want is somebody to blame. Oh well, I didn't know that because so and so would do. Okay, if so and so told you and you didn't do your research, once again, who that on? You see what I'm saying? Comprehension, like that. You can't live without it. I'm gonna tell you like that. You can't live without it.
Quick side note, and then we go get into the word of the week. I guess actually this can segue into that. But damn. Hold on, my cough one more time.
Nice.
I bet. So you know the streaming university is going
Yeah.
on. This is like the second year that they got, bro. I'm not gonna lie. if you any type of content creator, artist, if you run a brand, whatever it may be, go try to find them recordings, bro, because they talking some ball to them kids there. And if they not paying attention, that's on them, bro. There was stuff that they was breaking down that I didn't even hear at DreamCon,
Hmm.
right? And
Different
you
levels
got
of
to
comprehension.
different levels of comprehensive for sure. But it's also
Mhm.
I'm about to say it's also a different kind, because I feel like when they were talking about for the streamers, it wasn't just like solo people. It was like for people who actually like ran different teams and whatnot. You know, not just because bro, homie broke it down. He said that he had like a marketer, he had an editor, and then he also had well for the brand and whatnot. But he had to end up hiring like different people just because he didn't have enough time. Unfortunately,
Man,
that
how
was
did
just
how the hell we gonna get a marketer or an editor? We ain't got nobody want to wear the brand, and we ain't got nobody that even try to listen to the music for real.
again. We got. I'm a damn. First off, I gotta stop smoking. Anyway, we gonna go back to what works. And you know what I will say what we haven't been doing too much. We haven't really been now granted that is on me with the whole moving and all that other stuff. But I feel like we gotta start going back and using our old stuff, boy. We made nigga you made a bag. You can start remixing your old stuff if you really want to.
Yeah.
You know, even if really is more of putting stuff out there just to put stuff out there instead of worrying about everything being perfect. Because I know that's my biggest problem.
And
You know,
that's the thing, though. I can't even say that because you know how many times people have told me, "Oh, don't release a song till you go to the studio. Woo do woo, professional this, professional." I'd be like, "Okay, bet, released." Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all people say. Like when I first showed peeps of the music video, everybody, "Oh, we need you to get better visuals. We want you better visual." Woo do woo do woo. Yeah, it's like everybody always gonna say what they feel I need or what they want me to, what they want to see me do. But who the fuck putting this towards it, and who the fuck putting this towards it?
facts.
Nobody. Nobody's helping me think about this shit. Nobody's helping me fund this shit. I'm doing this all by myself. So for people to comprehend me, like nigga, you can't find no comprehensive type shit with me if you can't even understand. It takes money to make money. Everybody
That's
see
true,
like they just see my tax return. They didn't even
bro.
see the money I made off my music. They didn't even see the money I made off hustling. They didn't even see the money I made off
Hold
selling.
on,
Off,
hold
like you know what
on.
I'm saying?
Back to breaking off bread, bro. How much they be paying them? Not even being a streamer, bro. Being the editor for a streamer. You know how much they paying a month?
Like 50 bands. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
What,
Just yes, just to make sure somebody editing a clip is good. In a clip, not a video,
bro?
a
Even
clip. A
clipping
clip.
pages, bro.
50 bands, just like that.
You can make a clipping page today and start making money.
I'm talking about they got essays and resumes that people change 3-4 words out of, get a smooth 6 bands. For 4 words, my nigga. For 4 words.
But it's also the skill set that comes with it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah,
I looked
it's
at Adobe
also who you
Premiere.
doing it for.
That's
It's
also
also
true.
who you know what I'm saying?
Make sure you getting paid what you worth.
Exactly. What's that? But let's get cracking on this word of the week.
All right, we gon' This is actually I don't know if there's been any
Wait, wait,
updates.
wait, wait, wait,
This
wait. Before you do get into that, what was your rant? What you say you gonna have to rant?
we get into it.
Okay,
It's in this. So we got one serious one, and then we got other ones we're gonna get into. We're gonna try not to spend too much time on this one, but I did want to draw attention to it for those
let's
of
get
you
it.
who did not know. Uh, Let me see if that worked. Webba, do you see that?
Nolan Wells case updates on autopsy videos and timeline.
Okay, so for those of you who do not know, there was a college athlete, African American, that went on a boating trip with his buddies to Horn Island, July 4th. All of his buddies returned, but Nolan did not. They said that he opted to stay and talk to a girl, and that was the last that they heard of him. It went on up until they said I think it was like the last time they saw him was probably like around 4:30, and then that's when they left. Nobody heard from him all day. It comes, I guess. It did say in the article that they reported that the friends, well, they what is it, affirmed or whatever. They confirmed that the friends did put out a search to the Coast Guard for him, like around probably like a little bit earlier before the mom reported him missing. So you know, but I still think it's a little bit fishy that they do that and then they still get lawyers because I'm just like, okay, if you already called the search,
Yeah.
then you did your part.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
unless they were named as suspects.
Well, I mean, it already does look fishy, and that's what the mom was saying is just like the reason why they did what they did. Going through what they did, one, they deactivated their socials, and then they lawyered up. All of the boys on the boat did.
Oh yeah, this was planned.
However, this is not to agree to that people are sending them death threats. I don't believe anybody deserves to be sent death threats. I
Unless you touch
truthfully
kids.
believe you are innocent until proven guilty.
Unless you touch kids.
However, in my opinion, in my opinion, something is severely off about this because you mean to tell me homeboy was on the island, apparently, everybody had a chance to, or not everybody had a chance, everybody has chances to like hop off boats, switch boats. I guess it's not uncommon for people to go there on one boat and come back on another. I get that, but nobody saw this nigga get on the boat. Nobody saw where this nigga went. This nigga just up and vanished off the island.
And nobody seen him get off the boat. Yeah, that don't make sense to me. They can't even. I put to you like this: if they can't even say the last time they seen him, and it don't add up to their story, they got something to do with it.
They haven't
Because
say now. They do say that there's drownings here every other time now. Granted, I don't know how often there are drownings there. I will say that, but you can't deny, bro. You got a boat full of white boys and then a black guy, and the black guy's the only one that doesn't come back.
yeah, because
Don't
they
that
probably.
sound don't that shit sound straight out of a fucking movie to you?
Mm-hmm. And just it's sad to say, but what if they did have something to do with it? What if they covered like in their heads they was like, oh, we could probably get away with it because niggas don't know how to swim.
I will say I don't think that it was intentional. I in my
I
and I
don't nah. If you
no, I
lawyering
don't
up,
think.
if you lawyering up, if you got a lawyer before any names, because like you said, all they shit was taken on social media and everything. Look at how many people that actually got that actually killed people, and still be posting. Never got a lawyer. Still like you know what I'm saying.
But
They was no listen. They was overly prepared for the situation. That's what makes it fishy.
but what I don't feel. I say I don't feel like that's what made it fishy. I feel like then the reason why I said that it feels like it was unintentional is because I don't feel like they really knew where that nigga's phone was. I don't feel like they knew where that nigga's keys was. But up until they got home,
I don't believe that. You wanna know why? Number one boat rule. Make sure you're not carrying nothing valuable.
and that's why I said up until they got home, I think that's when they realized they had his shit, and then they were just like,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably kept all that stuff together for quote unquote safe keepings and didn't think phones can be pinged, no matter if they off or on.
Now, granted, they said that his keys was at old boy's house on top of the Xbox, and then there was the old boy was acting like he didn't have the keys on
Do,
top of an Xbox.
do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I like, bro. I'm friends with people who didn't beat murder cases. I'm telling you exactly how this gonna go.
So I'm still waiting for the autopsy report. They said they were supposed to have the autopsy report, or they actually not that we were supposed to have it. They received the body, I think, either this past Tuesday. Hold on, because this was the 4th. What is today? The 19th. This would have been on the 7th. They received the body. They shipped them out to DC for a independent autopsy.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be hearing something back. If not this week, then maybe next week.
All right, well, look, listen to this. This is the main reason why I say this. This is a real life
Hold on, I got
example
a
right
fart.
here. I'm dead as hell.
Okay, my fault.
Like, this is a real life example. Say, for instance, tonight, my coworker, she left without her purse and couldn't find it. Called the store, and the people were like, "We already left." And the people that was there, one of the dudes I'm cool with, the other bitch, I fuck her. I don't like her fat ass. But she was like, I mean, he like the girl I'm cool with, my coworker. She called them and was like, "Hey, have y'all seen it? Whoop to blah say blah." Dude was like, "Nah, we checked everywhere." I even he said I even asked old girl if she looked. Tell me why this dirty bitch said she looked for old girl's purse and never
Hold on,
looked.
hold on. Give me 1 second. I have to. Dang. Because I didn't think he was gonna wake up. 541. Okay, I'll just remember I have to look for it. You say what you're saying again.
So she calls the store. My homie answer, and he said he can't find it. He checking the cameras and everything to see if old girl left with her purse, and she didn't. And he was like, "Yeah, she didn't even walk out with it." We'll do blah say blah. And he asked the bitch that he was working with, the fat bitch I don't like, and she talking about something. Oh yeah, I looked everywhere. I looked everywhere. I don't see it. I don't see it. Old girl comes in, told old girl she was like, "Can you move?" Literally opens up the cabinet. Her purse was sitting right in front of that bitch. Now, why would you sit up here and say you looked for that shit and it's sitting right in front of you? So why and you gonna act like
So where
nothing?
did you look?
Look, my point exactly. Or did you even look at all? Or did you know that shit was there and you was planning on taking that shit because it was a nice ass purse?
Yeah, so I feel like they definitely played a part in it. Like I
That
said, I
thank you.
don't.
Thank you. You're not about to sit up, bro. We talking about keys. Keys. You gonna act like somebody else's keys. That is a felony theft. Taking somebody keys, bro. And you're gonna act like, oh, I didn't. And this person is gone. This person is missing at that too. And you're gonna forget that.
I feel like he definitely forgot the keys were up there. I
I
feel
don't
because
think so.
no, because it was the girl that he was talking to who said where the keys were. I think homeboy was just cooked out of his brain that he didn't
No, but
realize that he
listen
left them
though.
behind.
But listen though. Why does old girl gotta remind him? Listen what you did. Remind him. She didn't tell him where to go find him. She reminded him, which means he had to play a part in putting them keys there. He either told dude to set them there, he set them there himself. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he told somebody else to go put them over there. But at either way it goes,
Mm,
there is not shit that's gonna go in your house without you knowing.
mm, I don't know. I'm like,
Because think about it.
I have
If
to
it was
see the
only
autopsy.
you
I
said it
really
was
feel
only
like
five of them, right? You said it was four
I
white
think it
dudes
was
and
like
what?
three. No, I think it was like three white boys.
Even then, bro, that's a smaller group. You mean to tell me with a smaller group you can't tell me who belongs to who? So you just be having 50 people run up in your house every motherfucking day? I
No,
don't
no, no,
believe
no.
that.
Okay, so let me lay it out for you, play by play, what I think happened. So
Okay, okay.
here's why I say I think it was unintentional, because there's some things that are just really, really sloppy about it, right? Okay, so I say they meet up at old boy's house. You know, the girl there, whatever, whole group, girl, dude, macking. Homeboy feeling some type of way.
Yeah, this
You
is
know,
all like yeah.
so whatever, the keys ended up on top of the Xbox before they left.
Hmm.
The girl made note of it. So then when they left, the only thing that Nolan would have on him is his phone. Probably wouldn't have his wallet. Probably won't, if he does, but they going on the boat. Well, I'm guessing, if you met white people, they typically have like, boat boats or boat houses or whatever. So there was probably a house that the house is probably relatively nearby, but the island itself was, quite a distance. So
yeah,
boys make it out that way. Not sure what happens on the way out there. Maybe tensions get a little high. We don't know. Go to the island. Now, they said that there was a dispute on the island, not confirmed that Nolan was in there. There's a black guy there, but they can't confirm the identity and the whatever
bullshit.
was going on.
Bullshit.
No, but I would say in the video, whatever was going on, the black dude wasn't involved. However, there was like a little skirmish or something like that, whatever. Not skirmish, but a little verbal dispute. There you go. So whether or not that was them or not, So from there, they get ready to leave. They're saying that the boat's taking on water or whatever. Homeboy says, or Nolan says, no, I'm gonna stay with a girl. Now, a girl said that I gotta go double check. It wasn't in here, but if I remember correctly, in the video, the lawyer said that the girl said that she saw Nolan get on a boat. I don't think she pointed out which boat, but she saw him get on a boat.
Yeah.
So I think he did get on the boat. They said that the water, the boat was taking on water, so they had to leave or whatever.
I don't think she lied because she already outed them on the keys, and they probably tried to cover that shit up. And
but they're saying in the article, they're saying that everybody is cooperating. So that's why I feel like it's real sloppy.
What did I tell you at the beginning of this podcast? If you can get somebody hooked on a good lie, you ain't got shit else to worry about. Because you want to know what they gonna say? Well, prove it, motherfucker. You already believe me. Okay, so if you know,
I'm waiting for the autopsy, bro. I promise you, if that autopsy comes back and there's any lick of foul play, it's up.
And that's another thing. Why is it taking so long for the autopsy to come back? I put it like this: the only time autopsies take long to come back is if somebody had to do with something of somebody getting killed.
Well, they probably got to do a couple things. So I'm thinking they're doing the toxology.
Look it up. A toxology report takes less than 48 hours. I done already looked all this up.
Hold on.
Because you gotta keep in mind, RIP my nigga too. But they was trying to say that he was intoxicated and all this other stuff the night he got killed and everything. And toxology reports show that he wasn't. Yet they still have no leads and all this other stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? So a toxology report, autopsy, that can only reveal so much. At the end of the day, I'll put it to you like this. An autopsy can probably give you a gist of what happened. It can give you an idea, but it's not going to tell you what happened exactly. Like, even, I'll put it to you like this. You ever watch the show Bones? The bones, they literally, they'll say, oh, this bone has this mark. It could possibly have been caused by this. And it possibly been caused by that, by this object, by this end of the table. What they do, they don't just go off that. They go do their research. They measure in angles. They got the skull versus the object and puzzle piece and shit. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So, while the physical autopsy examination is completed in 2 to 4 hours, the full autopsy report takes 6 to 12 weeks to be finalized. This delay occurs, and there is that part that you mentioned. Although the written report requires weeks of preparation, initial preliminary findings are often available to the legal next of kin within 24 to 72 hours of physical examination.
That's for court shit. Think about it. That's for court shit. That's because they don't want to have any ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's why it takes so long. But in order to show what the fuck is in somebody's system, what that shit say? 2 to 4 hours, my nigga. 2 to 4 hours. So them doing all that. Yeah, that's my point. So that's exactly. So if you have to take longer than 2 to 4 hours, that means they don't know what the fuck happened. They can't sit up here and guess and be like, oh well, their story adds up. Okay, if that adds up, why the fuck is it taking so long for an autopsy to come back? Because if they was so ready, an autopsy would literally would prove what they're saying. And if it has to
Actually, hold
take
on. Let's
longer,
Google this.
if they have to take longer, that means they getting ready for probably a trial, nigga. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Because I'll put it to you like this: accidental deaths. Look, accidental deaths. Look how fast an autopsy report gets released about an accidental death. Oh, this person overdosed, who do blah, say blah. They had this much percentage in there, but this and that. There were no signs of foul play and all this. So if you can get that from a suicide or a quote unquote accident, why is it taking so long with something like this? Make it make sense. Does that make any type of sense?
It does not.
That might, like I said, they probably getting ready to go to court, bro. Which
And that's,
means
I mean,
they
they
probably
they they lowered up for a reason.
that my point exactly. Which means that toxology, I mean, that autopsy probably shows something that they probably didn't even know was found. You know what? I know something I'm gonna look up. This is what's really gonna get it.
I'm gonna read through this later, but like I said, I didn't want to spend too much time on this, but I did want to bring light to it. We can spend a little bit more time on this, and then we can because we already getting close to an hour.
Uh,
But I will say, again, I just wanted to bring light to this. I feel like it was very is not that all lives don't matter when we say Black Lives Matter. It's just shit like this. You know, I would like to be able to look at a situation like this and not automatically assume that it was racially motivated. That's all
bruh,
I would like.
bruh, bruh, bruh. I'm gonna tell you right now, they had something to do with it. You wanna know why? This shit said physical examinations. The hands-on autopsy is usually completed within 2 to 4 hours. To be straightforward, violent homicide cases and preliminary causes of death can be sometimes released to investigators within 24 to 72 hours. So the fact that they don't know what the fuck is going on, that is illegal. There is something more that's going on that's not being said. That shit said to investigators. Who gives the court the info?
It's true.
72 hours, bruh. A full autopsy report of violent crimes. Of violent crimes.
I
Come
feel like
on
that
now.
nigga. I feel like that nigga got hit with something that they don't know what he got hit with.
Mm-hmm. And they doing their research to get a final cause of it. That's all that is. That's why it hasn't been reported. But I guarantee you, they already found
And
something.
that's why I said I feel like it was. I feel like that's why I feel like it was accidental. I feel like that nigga slipped and hit some shit.
Accident or not, if you didn't report it and you trying to hide it, you're guilty.
I mean, yeah.
And that's exactly how the court gonna see it. Well, if you didn't do nothing, why didn't you just tell us where he was? Why didn't you just tell us what happened?
Oh, you know it's also crazy. They said that if that was the case, why did his body wash up on the 6th and not the 5th? Why did it take a whole day for his
Because
body to
that
wash up on
body
shore?
was moved. That body was moved. That's why dude tried to lie
And
about the keys and all that shit.
y'all see that? Y'all see that right there. They even say that July 4th, body found on the Monday, July 6th.
Bullshit. And you're on an island. You're on an island. Not no big old country or anything like that. So you mean to tell me on an island where people quote unquote seen the scuffle, but they didn't notice a body wash up until later? That don't add up to me.
They had to do multiple searches.
And then on top of that, if you on an island where there's a bunch of people, what brings what does an island bring that has a lot of people? More boats, more eyes, more attention. There's no way that shit should have went that long before bro was found.
Even if that nigga drowned, I'm not gonna cap.
My point exactly, because the bodies swell up after a certain period of time and they float to the top. They didn't say he float. They didn't say they found his body floating in the water. They said they found him quote unquote washed up on the on. Bro, do you realize how rare that actually happens when somebody drowns? People don't just wash up these days, bro. They don't just wash up on the beach these days. Let's be for real. People are constantly going to islands and beaches, and you mean to tell me if this was a popular island, he just all of a sudden, okay, if you, I'll put it to you like this. I asked him just like this. Okay, if he washed up on the bay, how come everybody, all these people got these boats and all this shit, everybody in the water, but nobody seen the body floating? Nobody seen a body slowly drifting to the motherfucking land?
Now
Bullshit.
they do say that drowning is quiet, so it's just like I
But that
mean
don't mean shit. That don't
somebody would
even.
see him go under.
Thank you. Thank you. Somebody had to be around, bro. There's no way in fuck it was just these niggas on the island.
That's why I feel. And hold on, and that's what I say. I gotta go back and read the GPS.
Man, that's what I said. They don't want me to be an investigator, nigga. I'm gonna have them scratching their head in so many ways they didn't know it could be scratched, goddammit.
But I'm when I get the time, I'm gonna go look at that article for the GPS route to get updated on that. I'm trying to get these last 2 points, cause I am getting.
Alright, let's get it. Let's get it.
Ah,
'Cause I still
you're.
ain't even smoked for the night yet.
Shit, I'm probably about to hit the thing one time, trying to get me through.
But
No,
yeah,
so this is
we gonna wait for that to come out. Like I said, I'm not gonna say I'm 100% right or anything, but if it makes sense, it just makes sense. I'm gonna leave it at that.
we need evidence. That's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is what I mean. I was gonna go on the rant. So you got two things. I'm gonna start with mine first. My boys. So it is for all of my Call of Duty fans and esports. It is Call of Duty Champs, my guys. So this is probably the last one of the last two tournaments of the season or of the year. So this is the regular season, and then we got EWC, bro.
Gentle mates.
If Optic win this, bro, if Optic win this, we go to have a three-peat because we won. What was it, 2024 and 2025 with two different squads. If we win it this time, this will be the same squad that won last year.
Are you on this or are you this just people you watch?
Just people I watch,
Oh, okay. I was about to say that's tight.
bro. I was watching them niggas play.
Oh, is this like phase gaming and all that shit?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the actual. This is not all that streamer YouTube. No,
this
this
is
is
what
where
it
it
leads
started.
to. Yeah, this is
This is
what it
where
leads to.
where it started. These are the
Oh,
boys. These are
oh, so the people who won, they went and started streamers and all streams and all that.
yeah.
Got you.
And like you got like Phase. I think like the social side dissolved or whatnot, but Phase Esports is a completely different entity. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like Phase kind of went rampant. I don't know what happened. They went public, trying to make it into a company, and then just
Yeah, I
died.
heard all the stuff that happened with that. Yeah, Ninja was not going for that.
But nah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. So they got this team called the Rita Falcons. There's this nigga named Aluka, bro. I think they said that this was his first tournament, and look how far, bro. Look how far he carried them niggas. They were literally one game away from getting to the grand finals. Now, granted, I like to root for my boys, but I also like to give credit where credit is due. FaZe is nasty. FaZe is disgusting. I y'all be talking about I'm sweaty when I play. No, you need to watch some of the stuff these niggas be doing on this game, bro. Some of this shit I don't even think will be possible.
Yeah, make a try hard sweat.
No, for real. So wish us luck tomorrow. Well, technically today. Um, only one game, but it's a best of 9, so it's a
What
lot of
game?
Call of Duty.
Oh, okay, okay. What they playing though? They playing Surge. They playing like Team TDM. What they playing?
So they playing a bit of everything. So I think it's like search. No, I'm so stupid.
Who the hell
Hard
did Tom
points.
Brady slap? Hold on, pause. Go to the MSN. Yeah, go back to. Who the fuck did this nigga Tom Brady slap, bud? Like what the fuck?
Wait. Breaking news: 17 hours ago. Yo, this is insane. A lead NFL announcer with a 375 million contract physically assaulted a fellow media personality would like to be likely be the cause of a serious scandal in the real world, or at least draw similar headlines to Will Smith and Chris Rock. Casey, hold on, let me do this because we don't pay for articles. Fuck that.
Yeah, I was about to say skip all that shit. I just want to see where Tom Brady slaps somebody. Yeah, like forget it. Even forget the story. I'm just like Tom Brady slaps dude.
I don't think they have pictures. I don't think they will. No, damn.
He slapped Logan Paul,
Who?
one of the Paul brothers, but they think it was a largely staged promotional stunt.
Tom Brady slaps the shit out of Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, it was fake. It was fake.
WWE, they got my
Yeah, I
hopes
was
up.
like, hold on, man, don't get me excited like that, man.
Still cool though, but I mean they've already been doing the whole celebrity angle for a hot minute.
Right. But
NFL
anyway, back
player,
to what you was
man.
looking up. Back to what you was looking up.
No, that was it. Just wish the boys luck, and then this is the other one. So we got two tournaments going on. FIFA World Cup Finals, Argentina versus Spain.
That's gonna get crazy.
It's about to be crazy. You know what's crazier than that? Playing a goddamn consolation match. They play for third and fourth place.
Oh, that's crazy. Like that,
instead of just saying, instead of just saying top four, nah, y'all niggas gotta fight.
Like y'all gonna fight on who actually the worst out of this situation.
But no, think of like how many goals they scored, bro. They was like, so is nobody playing defense?
Right. Niggas
Bro,
is just
6-4. That is insane. Niggas are just scoring. I guarantee you, gonna watch the highlights. They was pulling off outrageous shit.
That's crazy. I mean, shoot, it's the finals. You got to.
For third and fourth place, my nigga, I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing that shit for fun.
Man, I'm not even doing that shit. Give me fourth place, bitch.
Man,
because if you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby Ho.
But no. Man, I'm not gonna cap. I am getting tired. Let me.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing for World in a Week besides everybody on fire. Stop, drop, and roll. There's so many states on fire right now. You know,
California, bro.
Yeah, bro. When we drove back from Texas, they had a whole evacuations going out here. I'm talking
I think
about
it's like California, Canada,
Canada, Texas. Well, no, not Texas. No, I think they said there was some in Texas, New Mexico.
Did we get a wildfire?
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I think they just might be saying like the states that could be affected or that should take like precaution.
I know it's Canada. Hold on. Let me see about California.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got a fire going on right now. Yeah, there's a California bushfire, but that was 3 days ago. I don't know if they put it out yet. But
Listen,
everybody stay safe.
Stuff. So this is what I got. Hold on. This the last thing I got. So I don't know who all knew the aspiring rapper Jerome Blizzy Blake. He went by Blizzy clearly, but yeah, don't be just going to anybody's studios, bro, when y'all recording and stuff because this dude went into a recording studio and there was not one, not two, but three dudes posing as music producers and they all opened fire and killed him. You see what I mean? This is
What?
why this is why I don't just go to every music studio. Especially when people be like, "Oh, you need to go to this studio." Bro, I think everything is set up. And this right here, bro, you know how many rappers that got killed at studios, my nigga? You see what I'm saying? How many rappers get caught out outside studios?
Hey, you want some? You want some free ball? They got. If you look around, a lot of places will offer studio time for free. Libraries, and they be having security and shit too. So they
Mm-hmm.
try the metal detectors will go off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Just keep in mind, bro. Y'all got safe places y'all can go to. It ain't gotta be the best studio, my nigga. But if you can leave out that motherfucker, or you can go in that motherfucker knowing that you gonna be taken care of, you gonna be safe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
bro,
I mean, just we were just saying earlier, situations and awareness, comprehension.
mm-hmm.
When you need to
Yeah,
leave,
yeah, yeah. Comprehend. Not even just that. Comprehend where
when
you
you
don't
don't
need to
need to be
go.
there.
Point. Point. Where you don't need to even be in the first place. And that's it for me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's it for me, y'all.
Y'all stay safe. If the shoe fits,
Wear that motherfucker. We out.
we out. Hey.